Hi guys, something really crazy is happening right now because Jerome Powell is just getting criminal persecution by Trump just because he don't want to lower the interest rates. Listen to this.
On Friday, the Department of Justice served the Federal Reserve with grand jury subpoenas, threatening a criminal indictment related to my testimony before the Senate Banking Committee last June. That testimony concerned in part a multi-year project to renovate historic Federal Reserve office buildings. I have deep respect for the rule of law and for accountability in our democracy. No one, certainly not the chair of the Federal Reserve, is above the law. But this unprecedented action should be seen in the broader context of the administration's threats and ongoing pressure. This new threat is not about my testimony last June or about the renovation of the Federal Reserve buildings. It is not about Congress's oversight role. The Fed, through testimony and other public disclosures, made every effort to keep Congress informed about the renovation project. Those are pretexts. The threat of criminal charges is a consequence of the Federal Reserve setting interest rates based on our best assessment of what will serve the public, rather than following the preferences of the president. This is about whether the Fed will be able to continue to set interest rates based on evidence and economic conditions, or whether instead monetary policy will be directed by political pressure or intimidation. I have served at the Federal Reserve under 4 administrations, Republicans and Democrats alike. In every case, I have carried out my duties without political fear or favor, focused solely on our mandate of price stability and maximum employment. Public service sometimes requires standing firm in the face of threats. I will continue to do the job the Senate confirmed me to do, with integrity and a commitment to serving the American people. Thank you.
Wow guys, so basically what the Federal Reserve is saying with this video is that they're being persecuted because they won't follow President Trump's orders. And this is really crazy because actually the entire reason that the Fed exists is so politicians and presidents or whatever politician don't have control over the money. Just because you are someone in the government, a president or whatever, doesn't mean that you should have the power to hyperinflate a country just to find your own projects or pay the debt that your country have. That's the separation between the government and the Fed, and it's the only thing to protect the value of the dollar. And clearly the administration of Trump isn't a fan of that, which in the long term, Jerome Powell is going to be removed and made. And even they do that or not, I do think that they're going to do it for sure. And once that happens and they take control and they start to have the control of the printer and they start to print money for whatever reason, they either for military stuff, for paying the debt or whatever project they have in mind, this is just going to be really good for our asset. And in between then it's going to be Bitcoin. Even we will see how Bitcoin react in May or June, but I do think that it's going to take a few months after in order to see of that liquidity coming into the market. But it's gonna happen even if the dollar get hyperinflated or not. We don't really care because that's why we are in Bitcoin and in hard assets as well, like gold, silver and many commodities. That's the main reason why you should not be saving in fiat money, guys. I have been saying many times in my channel, you need to have a mind that the government never gonna be in your side. Never ever. If they will have access to the printer, they will be printing money as there is no tomorrow, and they're gonna be just to cover whatever mistake they do. They're just gonna bring more money, and it's gonna at the end always lead to the invisible tax, which is inflation, guys. And this is something that we already passing, have been slowly, but if you see year a year is a lot, the percentage of your money who's losing the purchasing power since many years. Otherwise, just ask yourself when you was a child how much used to cost the things. It's not the things that's getting expensive, but also your money is getting crazily depreciate up to today. Just make a count how much an egg and ice cream used to cost when you was a child. Probably nothing, and now is everything super expensive. You can see a clear example like in houses as well. It's completely insane, but that's another topic as well. So Bitcoin fixed that, because with Bitcoin the printer is completely locked by code. It's impossible to do that. No politician can do that. Nobody. There is no guru that's gonna come and say to you that they can change that from the code. So this is something to keep in mind, guys. Something to keep in mind. And I want to show you something as well, which is aligning with what I'm saying. And it's about this post from Fayol. I don't know this guy, but there's a Raoul Pal was answering to him. So he pretty much is saying what I just said to you. So I think the game here is Trump administration want to ensure that once new chair is nominated, the Powell that Powell doesn't stay on as a government for the rest of the term, which will mess with the plans to try to dominate the Federal Reserve, because this is pretty much the plan that the Trump administration have to have the fully control of the Federal Reserve. They're going to put a puppet over there, and he's going to do everything Trump wants, and we know what they're going to do. They're just going to be printing money, because there's nothing else that the Federal Reserve do more than printing money. And he wants to use it for his benefit as well. I mean, also a lot of his money is in crypto, so he wants to pump his spikes as well. And you can see with the memes and everything he created, and the rug pulls that Melania created as well. Then to that, Raoul answer, this is wild. We know that the shift is to government monetizing their own debts, but criminal persecution on the Fed. And this reply video was not on my bingo cards. I never thought as well that the Fed's gonna come and say that to Trump as well, guys. Because also, like, Trump has been coming in 2025, has been just messing around with the Fed, making a little joke about the Fed, muffing a lot about Jerome Powell. And I mean, I think he have enough. He have enough, and I'll have this answer to him, which is pretty much a confrontation, saying no, we don't gonna follow your orders. And then also he said the war is changing fast, and the rules-based global order system in its last days, and eventually a new system will emerge, very forthturning. Yeah, exactly. This is a book that you can go and check it out. But this is really interesting that he mentioned that, because I had been thinking as well in the past days with all this takeover of Venezuela, the way they do, don't get me wrong, but I don't have anything in favor for Maduro and the whole dictatorship he have with the country and the citizens. But the way the US did is completely that desperate. That being said, guys, now the Bitcoin price is pumping really nicely, exactly as I predicted before. And we see right now the Fortuna line is in a good direction, the one we want, below the horizontal line. And also we see now what is coming. What is coming is the time of a green valley, and we see already this massive pump, which I do think we're gonna break now. This. Let's see if we hold it as a support. That's what we want. The time is good, so we should do it. Remember, this is the 1 hour chart. So if you're in the trade, I was already entering before, like 2 days ago, I made a video. You should be in profit already. I mean, we enter around 90,000, something around that price I was saying to you. We still don't have any strain in the 4 hour chart, but the direction should be this. Let's see, at least in the 1 hour, which will be for this next 6 to 8 hours, we should be pumping to the opposite. We should be breaking this, and potentially we could go and reach this previous high, and we see from there. But this is the target you should be taking. This should be the tiger, or a little bit up, but starting from here to take some profit, it would be nice if you're in the futures. And yeah, let me check really quick the daily, guys. Yeah, the daily we still have strength in the Fortuna line, but it's really slow how the price is. You see the whole manipulation. If you go to 4 hours or to 1 hour, you see the manipulation we have been having here has been a little bit, has been quite a lot, to be honest. But you know already the direction, and let me know in the commentaries below if you jump into the trade, because if you did right now, you should be in a nice profit, guys. And I'm gonna come, and tomorrow this was just a really quick video as an emergency video for what just happened with the Fed. But I'm gonna come tomorrow, and I'm gonna go deeply into the charts and tell you what actually the charts are telling us, because in the weekly and the daily there is something you need to know about it. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash that like, and see you tomorrow, guys. Remember, safe in Bitcoin. Ciao.